Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Deadfire with me, Break It Dawn. Let's continue exploring the Fort Deadlight dungeons, starting with the armory. Never mind, it's under guard. I assume the gunpowder is also under guard, but we'll take a quick peek just to make sure. And that leaves us with one path. Well, technically two paths.
This here must be the brig.
I like the detail of the gunpowder barrels being next to the cannons. But it makes me a little scared there might be enemies around the corner. Oh boy, I wonder if there's gonna be a secret door in this room.
I wonder what this is.
Well, good, we can still access the armory.
On it.
And we'll lockpick this door for the
Subtle
experience.
Indeed. The work of a moment.
Speaking of. Considering how well guarded this armory was, it's pretty slim pickings. Rising like a tidal wave above the ocean, a white stone wall stretches into the sky. Halfway between Deadlight's battlements and the rocky cove at its base, an arched window opens into the salty air. Inspect the fortress wall. An upspray of seawater mists over your face. Strong winds beat against the fortress, howling through the battlements that stab into the sky. Lower a rope. You tether a rope to the window ledge before casting its length down to the beach. Climb down to the beach. You slide down the rope to the rocky beach, dropping to land in a crouch a few feet from the rope's end. Shells crunch beneath your feet as you step toward the shoreline. Oh, this is probably how you gain access to the fort if you take the stealthy approach. Same description as before. Jagged stones jut from the wall often and at irregular intervals. Half crumbled, they look sharp but sturdy, and may be able to hold a person's weight. Climb to the open window. You shimmy up the rope to the open window. The grappling hook bites deeper into the saltwater slick stone as you clamber over the window's ledge and into a dark room. You stand, dusting your hands off as you glance around. That should just leave the brig to the east. It seems like the stuttering in this area is much worse. So I've probably brought it up before, but I've looked it up, and the stuttering issue isn't just me. It seems to be a universal problem with this game.
Nice and quiet.
The sign reads Brig, but it seems like it's much worse in Fort Deadlight. Alright, so another guard patrols. I think Seraphim has our best stealth, which is not saying a lot. But if the crew's locked in a cell, we probably want mechanics.
What now? Indeed.
The stealth is really only useful if you get close enough to the enemies for it to matter. But I plan on avoiding that. Seems a little too easy.
Subtle indeed. The work of a moment.
Boots of Stealth. Let's speak to Oromino. A dirty naked man presses the length of his body up against the bars.
Hello, Swabby. You ain't one of Benny's. What are you doing here?
Lamond sent me to free you.
Knew we could count on our captain. Always looking out for us, he is. Let us free, and we and our captain will owe you a favor. So, what do you say?
Fingers trembling, he runs his palms over the bars. Why is Benweth punishing Lamond?
Benny's the top of the top. Second only to Aldi's in these parts. He's unbeatable, some say. Too much of a brute for his own good, I think. Lamond knew him back in the Deerwood and Navy, before he grew into his britches, and that chafes Benweth. One night, our captain breaks a bottle against Benweth's first mate. Now we're rotting in here, while Lamond works the forge like peeling potatoes.
Where would I find the key?
The jailer does her rounds from time to time, but getting the ring off her person might be challenging, without alerting the other guards, that is. I'd wager she keeps a spare set at her post. Down the hall, southeastern end of the dungeons. Watch out for guards on a stroll about.
Farewell. Or we could just lockpick it.
Subtle indeed. The work of a moment.
Keep it quiet and follow me, mates.
I'll see what I can find.
I wonder if we can squeeze through there. No sense in risking it regardless, since we know that the guard's going to go back over here.
What? If you insist.
It's really eating at me not being able to explore everything in one go. I'm really hoping that once we deal with Benweth, all these areas closed off to everyone except for Benweth's crew opens up to the general public. By general public, I mean the pirates of Fort Deadlight. I assume that tourism isn't a major attraction for this place. Because once Benweth is dead, there's no Benweth's crew. I'm hoping we can safely explore the whole fort.
Here's the one that saved our skins.
Be that you? Still alive and kicking, I see. You've done right by me, freeing my crew. So I'll divvy up what I promised. Door's open, but there's something you ought to consider before you go. Sure, you could traipse right up there into Aldi's quarters to gut Benweth, but he'll be heavily guarded. Meanwhile, me and my crew will be stealing Ben's ship, the Drake, and in doing it, we're gonna bait him into storming outside all alone.
It would be considerably easier to kill him if I caught him on his own.
Easier, aye, but I wouldn't underestimate the captain. He didn't get the name Brutal Ben for being a piss-poor fighter. Benny docks the Drake in a hidden berth beneath the fort. Kill the guards there for us. Aye, that's why I want your help. After you've cleared the docks, take the western tower to the fort's ramparts and sound the boating bell. 3 rings. Me and my mates will sail out with the Drake. 3 bell tolls alerts the fort to a ship leaving the private docks. With Aldi's gone to sea, that leaves just Ben's Drake docked. Ben's sure to storm the ramparts in a rage, right in time to watch his pride be stolen.
I like this plan. That's insult to injury right before we kill Benweth. Because he tried to take our ship from us and kill us. So we'll have him witness his ship being stolen from him, and then we'll kill him. I'm in.
Knew I could count on you. I can't wait until Ben gets his.
Remind me, what's the signal?
It's 3 loud rings from the boating bell. That alerts the fort to a ship leaving the private docks. With Eldie's gone to sea, that just leaves Ben's Drake at berth. If he hears it leaving, he'll race to the western ramparts in a panic to see what's going on. There's stairs that lead up from the docks to the ramparts. Take them fast after the docks are cleared if you're to sound the signal in time.
You said the private docks are beneath the fort.
Aye, under the dungeons, there's a cave with a wharf. The quickest route's just ahead, beyond that door. Entrance to the docks is nearest the kitchens. Some of Benny's crew are sure to be guarding the Drake, so you'll need to gut them if I'm to steal his ship.
Farewell.
I've got it.
Subtle indeed. It is done.
That's probably where Benweth is located currently. This does not look like a kitchen.
I'll see what I can do. It is done.
Alright. Kitchen is right beside us. It is driving me up a wall. Not be able to loot everything as I go. I'm trying to make the entire fort safe to explore. Before we actually do so. Also, the stuttering is driving me up a wall as well. Seems so much worse than the rest of the game. Not do that.
On it.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
A poorly woman startles at your approach. As she downswings her meat cleaver, she nearly catches her fingers. Glowering, she more carefully resumes hacking at what looks to be a slab of ribs.
Who are you? And what are you doing here? Only Benweth's crew has access to my kitchens. Not that I care, really. Speak up so I can hear you.
You don't care that I'm trespassing.
Think I want to tattle on you? What do I care if you're looking to hang yourself? Sneak around enough where you ain't supposed to, Benweth will catch you. Carve you into chunks for my stew.
She cracks her meat cleaver on the counter. I'm looking for Captain Benweth.
You won't find him in the kitchens, ever. He's high and mighty, gold bricking in Captain Aldi's quarters now. These stairs go back to the court. It's the tower adjacent to this one that leads to Aldi's quarters.
She points out the stairs in the back of the kitchen, with a slice of her cleaver through the air. Farewell. The ship is here. Alright, so we probably need to go this way. The cargo hold lies empty. We do have permission to kill the guards here.
Keep at it. Benweth wants us. It's been less than a fortnight.
Me and you are about to meet.
So not sure my fireball changed course. Try that again. Activate imbued ammunition for his, what's that gun called? I forgot if Ikea's name is in it. Yeah, Ikea's Arcane Blaster.
That looks complicated.
Now you be right.
Yeah, the stuttering is causing problems in combat as well.
Dude.
Super annoying.
I think that's beyond me. Moe, it's the honor. Moe,
That
it's the
looks
honor.
complicated, yeah?
Got up, didn't I?
Yes?
I'll try to finish this guy off for me, Adair.
Oh, sick. We're lost the
Captain.
line.
See her mass me too.
That order's too tall.
Got to keep them.
On his feet!
Well, if they ain't that close, we'll swap to this weapon instead.
Let's go.
Sorry. I can't.
Moe. See, honor. Moe, it's the honor.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
See her mass me too, man.
That order's too tall.
Very bulging bulb.
Hang in there, buddy.
Sorry, friend.
Be
Can't.
seeing you soon.
Right on target.
Yeah?
So that's handy to know. So Adair didn't have a place to stand to the left of that enemy. When I charged, it forced him to go through him to the other side, and stunned him. So over here, I targeted the enemy in the center, and when he hit the first enemy, he stopped, because he didn't have a spot to stand next to the other enemy. So you can use that to force positioning.
Take him down.
Pretty handy.
Say your prayers.
My wheelhouse, friend.
Man, I don't need that active.
Huh?
Got it. I missed this guy too.
Yeah. Now you be right screwed. Let's go. Huh?
Deadlight's Western Tower Key. No longer than the length of your pinky, this tiny silver key opens the door to Fort Deadlight's Western Tower.
Alright. Done and done.
Whoops.
Now you be right screwed.
Stuttering is just so bad in this area. By this area, I mean all of Fort Deadlight.
Right. Captain. Now you be right. Captain, done and done.
So do we need to report back to Lamond before we ring the bell? It doesn't sound like it according to the journal.
Captain.
Well, we're back here anyway. We'll just check and
Done and
see if
done.
he's standing here.
Got a spot of blood on you, mate. I take it all's going to plan.
The docks are cleared.
Me and my crew will be taking the Drake now then. Head on to the western ramparts and sound the signal.
Farewell.
Before you sound that thing, let me cover my ears.
I've got it.
Who's rung the bell and why? It better not be. What in the blackest hell? Stop! Stop! That's my Andra fucking ship! Plague and perish those goddamn swivers. I'll blast them from the sea.
Mouth agape, the captain pants to catch his breath. As he watches his ship sail away, his brows descend like a dark storm.
Do I know you?
Scowling, he rubs the back of his neck.
Well, You wouldn't be the first I've pissed off and forgotten.
A good knock up the side of your head ought to jog your memory.
For that to work, you'd have to be able to hit me. And I'm not likely to allow that.
He sneers a laugh, the sound low and jagged, muscles bunching in his arms as he crosses them over his chest.
Ah, right. You're that sloop captain what got caught in the storms. I take it you did a number on my crew. Figures. I should have stayed to kill you myself. Looks like I'll have to remedy that now.
He sneers with crooked teeth and scratches his calloused fingers down the scar on his face. But you notice that as he does, he darts his gaze around, searching for reinforcements. Ones that aren't there, or here.
What you hope to accomplish coming around here?
No one's coming to save you, Benny boy. Sweat trickles down the side of his face. He winces as he wipes it away.
You can fight me if you like, but you won't be leaving this fort alive.
I can warn him and then kill him, so it won't matter. Urante is scheming to take you out.
Well, of course he is. He's a goddamn pirate, ain't he? He knows how to recognise a threat to his survival.
I don't like option 4. I feel like it's too aggressive for my character. We'll see if we can provoke him into a fight instead. Option 3 sounds pretty good. It's like giving him my employer's regards. Your unchecked behavior is a risk to the Principe's continued prosperity.
You sound like Ferrante's parrot.
He snorts.
Keep squawking. Right up till I stick you through the gullet. We'll be fighting to the death now.
Sparing you with a mad grin, he draws his pistol.
We got trouble, folks.
I
I'm gonna let my main character duel him. I think it's only fair that my watcher gets to kill the guy that almost killed him.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Yeah.
I can target him.
Let's go.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's all she wrote for Benweth. Miscreant's leathers. Oh, some black pearls. I assume those are for enchanting. I don't think we found any of those yet. Alright, Miscreant's leathers. Exceptional, deft motion, minus 10% recovery time, plus 8 reflex. I think it's Edwin that has on that robe. This would be a good upgrade for her. So this cuirass features light, supple leather with intricately tooled designs along the edges. The most notable fact about it is that you claimed it from Benweth, the man who welcomed you to the Deadfire by having his freebooters board your ship. It bears the mended scars of numerous engagements at land and sea, each testament to a wrong not quite righted. Lucky, 5% chance to ignore attack. Chest guard, minus 10% crit damage taken. And kidney guard, minus 10% damage taken from disengagement and flanking attacks. That's pretty good. So I'm wondering if it's safe to explore all of Fort Deadlight now. What I'll do is I'll take a look around and see if there's any guards.
Aye. Ahoy. On it.
If there is, we may have to leave the fort and come back to reset it. But we'll see.
Happy to oblige. Ugh.
So there are still guards. Let's go back down to the main courtyard, and maybe if we go through a loading screen, it'll reset. Because there were those two named guards. If they're gone, we might be safe to explore everything. Swing wide here, and... looks like they're gone.
What for, Cap? Ahoy. Aye. I've got it.
Well, that is awesome. Alice will be happy when she hears about Ben. So what does he have to say about it?
It's too quiet around here without Ben's parties. Don't think I like it.
Aye, aye, aye. On it.
Is it true? Did Ben die choking on his own blood? Well, no, he exploded.
Something I can do?
What?
There's a walloping!
Oh, cool. So even if we destroy barrels, we get the reject the wheel aura from the Keybreaker Scepter.
Yeah.
How may I help?
Spit on me, and I'll make you regret it. One day, surely.
I'll cut you loose.
Not that I ain't grateful, but if Ben's crew spots me about, they'll be taking more than my pride next.
Cut the ropes. Benweth won't be troubling you anytime soon.
Blimey, someone got the best of brutal Benny. Come drink with me at the court sometime. You'd best believe I'll be celebrating this blessing from the gods.
And maybe we need to speak to her
If
one more
you
time,
insist.
and she'll join our crew. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we will re-explore Fort Deadlight, all the areas that we had to pass before, and go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.